Good people, what's going on? It's your girl Shells back in the building. Y'all, I'm so over this. You know, it bugs me that I have a conscience. And no, not because I've done anything wrong, but because I have a hard time with even accepting the fact that other people need to be held accountable. Yeah, like, you know, it's just like seeing one of your kids in trouble. You're going to do whatever you can do to possibly get them out of the situation that they in, correct? And that's kind of how I look at everybody because, in God's eyes, of course, everybody's his children. Everybody does things that they're not supposed to be doing. And that whole conspiracy theory of, you know, these people are better than those. Nobody is better than nobody, of course. Some people do worse than others, true enough. And continuously keep on doing it as if they don't have a conscience that they know what they're doing is wrong. Some people can do it and, it'll eat them up inside. Some people, they just don't care. Unlike me, when people do things to me, in order for, like, it would hurt me more to actually, like I said, hold them accountable or see them be punished for the things that they have done. Because it's like I just rather just roll off my back and it's okay. Um, Excuse me, y'all, because it's probably gonna be a real touchy conversation because it's currently like two something in the morning. For whatever reason, I woke up at my good sleep, um, with things on the mind. Um, and I rolled up my little piece of blunt that I was smoking so I can ease my mind and sit here and talk to y'all and calm my mind. Hold on one second. I'm looking for my lighter. It's a little dark in here. Give me a minute. All right, there we go. Mm? They say a third time's a charm, but I guess sometimes it takes four strikes, huh? Anyway, when I made the last video, of course, Fedor Family, I was gonna ask y'all about a particular situation. Now, y'all know I'm very verbal, and I don't hold nothing back from nobody. I'm a very open book. I don't lie. I don't connive. I won't do any of that. I won't manipulate anything. I don't have a reason to because I'm gonna be true to myself always. Um, I'm raising my children to be true to who they are. I accept for my children for whatever they are, whoever they are. I don't try to change them. I'm not going to try to change them. So, I walk in that same light in order for my children to do so as well. With that being said, my conscience hasn't been clear because the way I raise my children, and that's how I deal with a lot of people. So, a lot of people say that I come off all motherly and, sometimes not in a good way. But it's like I always know what's best or what's right and all the rest of it. It's like, nah, I look at everybody like I look at my kids because people got to understand up until the time that I actually was pregnant, I didn't give a damn about nobody else because nobody else gave a damn about me. But actually, you know, having my child or even feeling, um, the motion that I was pregnant or seeing a heartbeat and all of that, that changed a lot within inside myself. Um, my son, shout out to him always. Shout out to all my children, but Damien, he changed my he didn't just change my life, he changed my world. I mean, yeah, I did good things for people, before I was pregnant, but and no, I didn't do it just because I was gonna get something out of it. No, I just did it just because. Yeah, I've always been a caring person, but you gotta understand I was in a mindset of a survival, like survival mode. So, the survival of the fittest. Ain't no you know, it's like nigga, it'll be eight type shit. Like, I might be running with you today, but tomorrow I might eat your ass up because, I may not have no other choice because, it's going to be either you or me. So that's the mind frame that I had when it came to my children. It's just like, how can I make sure we all eat? Because if it come down to it, I don't want to raise my children like that because that means my kids will cross each other if they had to. Survival of the fittest. You don't even see people as being family members or nothing like that. And that's what's going on these days, even when it comes to family members, money situations, shoot, people, business partners, folks crossing each other out, trying to cut out the middleman, but you really cutting out your business partner and all the rest of that, for whatever the case may be. And I'm not talking in code because I know a lot of y'all been listening to them tarot card readers. Honey, I work by myself. I don't know what type of business these people in. I'm just in the business of explaining what I do in my own life. And this is what I've been doing forever. Yes, it's kind of spiritual in a way because I listen to a lot of spiritual teachings in order to keep myself grounded in what I'm doing. Yes, it has a lot to do with street knowledge and information and a whole bunch of other stuff because that's kind of how I'm open, eyes wide open type stuff, um, to a lot of things in situations and circumstances around me. Don't want to be blind or dumb or ignorant to anything. So I make sure I keep myself very aware of, what's going on around me. You know, um, but yeah, and that's kind of how I am with my kids. I teach my children a lot about a lot. A lot of people just like, well, she don't never let her kids want to go this place, go that place. No, because I'm a very present person in my children's life, and sometimes it makes me feel some type of way when other outside people want to have more influence on your children's lives than the actual parent. That kind of bugs me as well because are we just incubators or just people that's birthing children for everybody else to influence? Or when does it become a time where the parent actually begins to be the parent again without everybody else, in the mix? Because not to be funny, but it's a lot of people that's having a lot of opinions when it comes to raising certain people's children and their children hadn't turned out properly. And I'm not throwing shade on nobody. I'm just saying everybody need to go ahead and just go in their home and start correcting things that's going on. And with that being said, it's being very, very heavy on my heart, as y'all church people say, about this situation with the feds and everything else because all y'all know that this shit real. Everybody know what's going on. Y'all got clear understanding of what's what, okay? I hate the fact that I even had to go to the extreme of doing it. And I feel some type of way about it because I don't like to be the person that'll turn somebody's life upside down. And that's where I have to battle with myself because nobody gave a damn about y'all turning me and my children's lives upside down. But now I'm thinking about what's best for my kids. My kids need each other. They miss each other. My kids miss their mama. Their mother missed the hell out of them. I mean, truly I do. Y'all, life ain't even the same. Breathing is not even the same without my children. Y'all. So it don't matter what y'all paint the picture. I get up and I survive every day because I'm in survival mode. I'm not living life unless it's with my children. Right now, I'm just surviving. Yeah, I do a damn good job at it. And of course, my children know that it's things that I promised them that I was going to continue to keep on working on before they even left. You know, all this stuff with these sex video and tapes and stuff, this happened months before my children even was taken from me or taken out of my home. We were already dealing with that. And I vowed to my kids that I wasn't going to give up. I vowed to my daughter about that situation. So everything else, the money situation, all that, that could have been pretty much handled. But that's one thing that I cannot just let go of. But it's been weighing real heavy on my heart because one family member came to me. Now it's a lot of stuff that I keep to myself, y'all, because no, I won't say no names. But they know the way a situation was handled in the past wasn't the right way to go. They also know that I have information on suing them due to, my intelligence of digging up information and finding things out. Um, they know that I've reached out to a couple of lawyers. Matter of fact, they know that I done reached out to a couple of lawyers in Chattanooga, and they know that I know they full of shit. So, I, right. So we had to go outside to check. Right. Cool. I wasn't even tripping on that because, the evidence gonna always be there. The facts gonna always remain. The information is there. It's not like it can go anywhere. I'm not, rushing the situation or nothing. But if this is the whole reason why I did this with my kids, what mutual understanding can we come to? Because y'all focus is about y'all freedom. My focus is about my children's mental. That's some shit that they can lose and can't get back. Yeah, y'all can lose your lives too. True enough. But y'all grown. My children ain't got shit to do with this at all. So with that being said, I turned my shoulder to a relative that offered me a large amount of money. True enough, yeah. But that wasn't enough for me. It wasn't enough for me because of the smugness to it. Like, yeah, okay, you was right. So this is what I got to give you. No. Because if you can't respectfully come to me knowing that what you took from me was way more valuable than just money, then I couldn't even accept it. And that's the reason why I did not. But once again, I'm not thinking about the money situation or aspect about it. I'm thinking about my kids. So I go back to the original teachings. Love, brotherly love, family love, love in general, love for self, love for your neighbor, love for people. Now, of course, 50 did say, show no love, love will get you killed. You know what? I used to believe in that. Now I'm starting to change my like my view. Y'all know the word that I was trying to use, but it didn't come out. I'm changing my perspective now because I feel like that's the only way that you'll be able to survive, by showing love. Because when folks know that you won't show no love, that's when they'll attack you. Yeah. My family, everybody around me know that I ain't give a fuck about them. I ain't had no reason to give a fuck about them because they ain't give a fuck about me. They ain't never wanted nothing good for me. It was always a problem, just like with anybody and everybody in general. So it's like, you know, I feel like that I would be sitting there looking like a fool if I showed love to folks that I know didn't deserve it. But once again, forgiveness is not for the other person in my situation. Yes, I'm supposed to be the victim, supposedly. I don't need no one else's forgiveness. But I feel like me just forgiving you is good for the situation. Because how am I supposed to move on? How is anybody supposed to move on? It's like a stagnant situation and it's not helping nobody. Yes, I'm talking about my personal life, but as well as this ain't just my life. This ain't just people that's involved in the situation. It's like life. Everybody want to sit here and keep on holding grudges of what somebody did, how this person did this to you, and you hurting about it. Like, Where is that gonna get you in life? Holding grudges. Y'all think I'm holding grudges about some money? Shit, I can't complain. I'm still eating every day. Y'all think I'm holding grudges about people dramatically trying to harm me and do stuff? No, I'm not. But I am saying that I want that shit to be stopped, like immediately, because that's not no way for nobody to live. And baby, this is my life to live. Okay, it's just period. Um, I don't, I don't know what the issue is when it comes to family members or people that I'm attached to, because I don't care about what y'all have going on in y'all life. I'm like literally not invested at all. Yeah, in the videos down below, it may seem like it. Nah, and I was fucking with y'all mentally, the same way y'all was fucking with me because it wasn't fair. Um, but on a real level, like going back to before all this shit happened, and I ain't never cared about what nobody did at all. I don't be in nobody business because I got shit to do in my own life, and it's just it baffles me. But forgiveness, like I've been hearing that shit a lot lately. Forgive those that wronged you. Forgiveness, forgive, and I'm just like, dang, like shouldn't I be the person that's supposed to be like receiving something? In my head, it's like I'm the person that's supposed to be receiving something, but in the way it's being given to me, is the person I'm the person that needs to be putting out something in order for it to be received, and that doesn't work for me because I'm just like I ain't did nothing to nobody. I haven't. I still ain't did nothing to nobody, and then I'm over here getting backlash and hate because I was calling for extra backup and help because other people weren't doing their job. When y'all knew y'all wasn't doing your job, like that doesn't make sense to me. So now, baby, I ain't dropping my guard. I have other things to do in my life though, to be going pretty much going to war constantly over nothing. When it's children involved, y'all don't understand how y'all messing up children's lives. Like this is too much. And I've been explaining this from day one. Like y'all are not worried about my kids' lives involved. That's the reason why I can't respect nobody else in this situation because who is thinking about these kids? Were y'all thinking about these kids before the situation happened? If you were, everybody that played a part in the actual criminal acts that y'all were doing, then y'all wouldn't have been doing this. And now it's like, okay, because we really care. No, like that's really messed up. Seriously, think about my kids, dog. And y'all wonder why I got so frustrated, why I got so pissed off. Every last one of y'all people know how much time I spent with my kids. I was 19 years old when I had my first child. I could have been out doing anything. My kids ain't never seen me sloppy drunk. They ain't never seen me coming in from the club late. I don't go out. They don't have people. I don't have people running in and out my house. They ain't seen a whole bunch of men be around me. Every man that I done had a child by, I was in a relationship with. Like those are standards that I hold myself to. And it's not just about me, it's about my kids. Because in order for them to respect me as a woman, as a mother, I have to be something to be respected. And y'all are not understanding that. In order for y'all men to get respect, y'all have to be something to be respected. And y'all were not. Y'all were not doing the things that y'all was supposed to be doing. And it's time out for all that. It really is. Cause my main goal it's still the same thing. I'm still laser focused on my children and what's best for them. Shit, even if we ain't never had a chance, that's what I talk to y'all about all the doggone time. How many conversations we done had about past shit, what I done went through, yada yada yada. Like y'all, we done sat down and had real conversations. Y'all niggas can hate me all the fuck y'all want to. I don't understand what the hell it is. You can't get mad if you find a female that got good coochie and a good mind frame, and you eventually get mad because she don't want to give you the coochie because the mind frame. I don't know. I don't know what it is about y'all that got y'all pissed off with me because at the end of the day, I'm not one of the females that's going crazy because you all did decide to be with me and you want to move on to be with somebody else and give somebody else either your private area or your time, your love, whatever the case. I'm not tripping off of that. So, you know, it should be equal balance around here. And I ain't did nothing else ever to y'all at all besides, tell y'all about the shit that y'all probably don't want me to say, and I probably said it publicly. But at the end of the day, let's go ahead and let bygones be bygones, because y'all talk real negatively behind my back and you thought that I didn't know about it. Understand me when I tell you this, and I say this a lot. A gossiping mouth is listening. Well, a gossiping mouth is listening, a ear is listening to it. But that ear is also a gossiping mouth. You know how it is, by the time it gets to somebody else, the whole story being changed. Y'all know how the rotation is. Okay, so it's like it go in one person ear and it go out their mouth to another person in their ear. But it's like, y'all remember, okay, so how I'm looking at it is like the STD chart. Like, well, not the STD chart, but like the sex chart. Like, you have sex with this person, and whoever they had sex with, it's like it doubles. Like, so if you go say something to somebody, it's like they take the conversation and they go tell somebody else, but it's like that person go tell two other people. So it's like it's tripling and doubling every time the conversation is going about. So that's kind of how I look at it in a way. Um, yeah, don't really know where I was going with that one at all. They just kind of lost my train of thought. But anyway, that's just I'm looking at everything is like an effect. Everything is like a trickling effect. Nobody's actually looking at the cause and effect of a lot of situations, and it affects lives. Like, even the stuff that I say about y'all, yeah, everything that I said about y'all was true. Yeah, it ain't my fault that y'all talked to me about a whole bunch of criminal stuff that y'all did in y'all past. I told y'all about my whole doggone past. It's not nothing to tell. You know, I did stuff. I lied. I was looking conniving. That's the reason why y'all don't like me, because it's like, oh, she's sneaky. I can't really trust her. Well, if I could trust you, I wouldn't be sneaky around you. Well, not sneaky, but like on the same thing that you on. So, but I play it cool, and then, but I was raised around a whole bunch of men, so you can't really say nothing about that. Like, it's kind of a second nature to me, for real. It's not my fault. Um, I just know how to play the hand that I'm dealt, for real, and not let stuff get too much, because at one point in time I was knee deep. I'm talking about for real, knee deep in a marriage that was not working out. I couldn't see myself out of it. Didn't know where I was going. Like, it was a lot of stuff that was going on, and me uprooting my 6 kids out of a marriage that was not healthy was one of the worst things that everybody made it seem like that I could have done, but that was one of the best things that I could have done for my kids. So just understand me when I tell y'all, it's no love lost. Now, Mr. Dude that I was married to, hey, bro, like, on a serious note, like, I can't stand you at all. Bro, I was there for you and your whole doggone family. Like, when I could have been spending time with my family, I lost everything trying to be that. And that really still hurt deep, the way that you act. But those are your actions, man. Them your actions. And you have to, mm, you have to live with that. Okay? I can't be upset about what you choose to do to me. And that's a hard pill to swallow too. When you can be mature enough to actually accept what somebody has done to you and not hold a grudge, you know, that's the reason why I spend a lot of time by myself, because everyone that I speak to, and y'all even heard it for yourself, like, anytime I go outside, anybody that know me and know the situation, they sit here and talk about, like, dang, like, even the way that they come to me. Did you hear what I just said and how I just said dang? Like, dang, man, like, the pressure of them even saying dang, even bringing up the situation, is like a burden that they want me to put on my back. And I'm just like, I don't want to talk about it. It's okay. It's gonna work itself out, because I don't want to keep. I don't want to keep on hearing about it. And at the end of the day, you can say it's messy, or you can say I'm messy. It is what it is. This is how the situation unfolded. Um, and at the end of the day, this shit's kind of messy. Y'all kind of messy. The whole situation is messy. Um, it's not a good look for nobody, honestly. But it's certainly not a good look for my kids because these are the children that's being actually exploited through the whole situation. Because now it seems like it's an argue and bicker over kids when it should have never been that way. I didn't have ulterior motives from keeping my children away from me and all. Hell no. Like every both of y'all men, both of y'all Tyrus men that I was with and had kids by, like y'all could have moved on with y'all lives. It was never a hidden thing whether we was together or not. The fact that y'all tried to hold on to whatever bond we had while continue or trying to start something else was the issue. You can't do that. And then if I find out about it, then it's an issue. And then for the women in the back that's attached to them two men, it's not my fault that they didn't let me know about y'all. No. And I'm quite sure that y'all get the memo by now that I'm one of the women that don't mind leaving a man alone, even if I ain't got one. Don't mind not having one. So that was never the case. I just didn't know. And these men refused to tell me. Now, Mr. Hester, you was around when Mr. White and his situation started. This man, like my kids had to come to me and tell me that this woman was taking them places and they were spending birthdays with some kids that I didn't even know nothing about. Now, once again, now I wasn't in my feelings about it, but if you are completely over somebody, then why are you holding on your new life, or why are you trying to keep your new life a hidden secret? The other person should have a clear, both parties should have a clear understanding. Okay, it's over. We're starting our new lives. Whoever you end up with, I'm happy for you, whatever, because I never kept Mr. Hester a secret. Now, Mr. Hester, once again, you went with me every time I dropped my kids off. And it wasn't for no protection. It was just on a simple fact that, I don't have nothing to hide. I didn't want to have no conversations with my child's father behind your back or nothing like that. But you didn't mind because I'm really an open book, y'all. I will have a conversation about anything in front of anybody. Trust me, I will. So that's not even how I am anyway. But that's just what I did in order to keep, you know, everybody on the same page or playing field or however you want to call it. When it came to Mr. White, it's just like I had to pull his teeth in order for me to tell him about the girl that he, had my children around. I just wanted to meet her. Honestly, I just wanted to meet her. How I ended up meeting the woman was I dropped my children off, and I think me and my daughter's father rode to his grandmother's house and was sitting over there, you know, just chilling. It was a weekend. It's kind of what we did, and we was riding back through, and I happened to see my children standing outside the hotel where their father was staying at the time, standing outside in the cold. So of course I pulled up. Like, why in the world do you have my children outside in the cold? Like, what's going on? And I seen that he was standing there talking to a woman that was in a van. She decided to not tell me her name. She didn't want to say nothing. She just held her head down, didn't want to even look at me. And I'm just like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, apparently you're the woman that my children have been around, and you're the woman that's like, he didn't even want to tell me who she was, which was kind of awkward. And I told him, get my kids out the cold, take my children in that room. And I really wanted to go off because if you are a woman and you talking to a man and he has kids, you supposed to be woman enough to get your ass out of whatever vehicle and take your ass in that environment, whatever environment he in, with them doggone kids and be there with him. Not have this man standing outside to have a conversation with you and have his children outside. I don't give a damn if it was just for 2 minutes. That's disrespectful. But her children was in the van. My children were standing outside because Mr. White didn't have a car at the time. So And I had 6 children by him. So 6 children. Yeah, I mean, at least she could have said put the kids in the van and let them, be in the van the whole time they was, talking or whatever the case may be. And vice versa. If you got a man and you in the house with your kids and that man can't get outside the doggone car and going at home and talk to you, you have to walk outside your home and leave your kids. Trust me, I done been there. Now, only reason why I've been there is because I only let a lot of men in my doggone house, and it was a time where I was converted. But I have children that's old enough to actually, keep control over everything. And my kids either had to be the smaller ones had to be laying down for a nap or something like that. And trust me, I was probably outside the front door. My kids, that's the reason why my blinds messed up at the front door right now, because my kids would always be peeping at the blinds anytime I went outside. They watch me like clockwork, and I have enough, so I ain't going nowhere. But anywho, not saying that I'm sweeping what I did under the rug either. I'm just saying you gotta set standards for yourself, for your home, for your children, for yourself. If you are a parent, you know, it's different for us. We shouldn't be out here playing the same games that other people playing because we got people that's watching us. And I've been trying to explain this to y'all, to the men that I had kids with for the longest. Like, I'm not trying to control y'all lives, but it should run a little bit smoother than this. Honestly, I shouldn't have to hoop and holler about what you need to do financially for your kids. We should be able to sit down and actually have a mutual understanding about what needs to be done for these children. And everybody's supposed to play their part. Everybody needs to have their own break. I know y'all feel that at this present moment. Yeah, taking care of a doggone child and then trying to take care of a home, trying to get some rest and have a personal life, that's not an easy job. You see that now. So don't sit there and try to make it seem like what I was going through was, oh, she just crazy. She just a woman. No, I'm a parent. I'm a person. And it doesn't matter if you are a grandparent, a aunt, a foster parent, or whatever the case may be. When you are taking care of children or a child 24/7, there needs to be some type of balance to where you are being able to take care of yourself mentally, physically, financially. Well, of course, physically, but I'm just saying, even if it comes to working out, I wanted to work out so much after having kids, I couldn't even do that. It's like even asking these men, can I go setting goals? Can I go work out for 30 minutes? It was just like, oh, well, I wanted to have stability in my life, not just in my life, but for my children. And y'all need to have the same thing. Yes, dating is a part of stability in your life as well when it comes to you involving your kids. And it needs to be done properly. Your kids need to know, and then it also needs to be a respect boundary when it comes to the people that you had kids by and the person that you're dating. I don't think I ever, when it comes to men, it's gonna be messy anyway. Um, I don't think that I did a bad job at doing it. It was like a hit and miss. It was like y'all ain't really gotta like each other, but hey, this the old dude, this the new dude that I'm with. Y'all say hey, and that's it. Y'all ain't really have to say nothing to each other, but still, I make sure that I put that on the table because come on now, like if he knew he gonna be around my kids, you the old dude. I need well, children's fathers. It still need to be a mutual understanding and respect. The man that I'm with need to respect the fact that you're still these children's fathers. The children's fathers need to understand this right now may be the household that I'm in. This is the woman that I'm with. Please don't cross no boundaries, no lines. I won't cross them with you when it comes to raising your children. Don't cross none with her when it comes to disrespecting her as a woman because that's the woman that I'm with, regardless if that's the woman you used to be with. All that old stuff. Same goes for men when it comes to y'all trying to be in relationships with women. When it comes to the woman you with, hey, this is my baby mama. It's a respect factor there. That's always gonna be my child's mother. You need to understand that, and hey, baby mama, this is the woman that I'm with. I think I'm gonna see a future with her. Is there a way that y'all can have a conversation? Because as women, that's supposed to be mother and stepmother or co-parenting mother and future stepmother, we supposed to communicate more. Men don't have to, but women do because women are like the foundation of a home. So a woman gonna be able to say, "Hey, I need you to get on to him about," or say for instance, the child is a boy. "I need you to get on to him about so and so and so and so. He hasn't been doing this. He hasn't been cleaning up behind himself." Men ain't finna care too much. But as a woman, in order to have the same foundation in both households, the other woman has to be on the same, mind frame. A lot of y'all men get with women that don't give a damn about taking care of y'all children the same way they want you to take care of theirs. How's that balance? How's that equal? And vice versa. And I'm just saying, like, folks need to understand that it's a lot of stuff going on. I don't understand why the world I'm giving parenting one on one around here, but still, that goes along with forgiveness and understanding, because a lot of people, y'all folks really ain't healed from these relationships. Now y'all could say that I was attached to y'all because I was talking about everything that happened in the past, baby. That was because I was cleaning out my closet. That was all the good memories, bad memories, stuff that I just wanted to let go of and get it off my chest. Now, Mr. Freeman, I told you that I wanted to do that, but I didn't tell you that I wanted to write a book about getting everything off my chest. I apologize that you was in it. It is what it is. You probably should have actually played your part a little bit better, and I probably would have broke your storyline a little bit different. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Um, and that's for all y'all, pretty much. I don't take nothing back. Y'all did what you did, and it is what it is. But for that family member that I turned my back on, I could look in your eyes and I could tell the hurt that your actions not just only caused me, but my kids, my life. Maybe you didn't think about it then. Just like maybe I didn't think about when I turned my shoulder then. Maybe I didn't think about it because maybe it was something that I hadn't let go of. You know, let's even want to talk about Lisa. Like Lisa, I can't really say that I don't like you, but as a woman that laid down and had every last one of my children, I want the same thing for all my kids. And sometimes it really, really affects me that it's obvious that you don't want the same for all of yours. And those you type of people, women in general, um, I don't feel like you are the ones that need to have children because you don't pick and choose which children you love. You love them all the same. And no, I'm not saying just because you gave me up or none of that. All I'm saying is you still had time to make certain things right. And you choose to just continue on life. And you wonder why sometimes you just miserable and not happy. And you can't face me. Or you can't even face your own life. Like, I learned a lot from you, even in your absence. And I didn't want that for my kids. So, I done told you this before. I forgive you, but honestly, it's not to the point I even forgive you. It's like when it come to you, I'm just gonna agree to disagree. Your actions were not mine. And I am not the person to hold you accountable for your actions. You have to do that. That's between you and God. So, you know, I accept the role that you played, and it is what it is. I would hope that you could have changed my mind frame and my thought of you, but you know, that's on you. Um, yeah, I know I speak publicly because you'll never get a phone call back from me, a text message, nothing like that, because this is that it's like a process of me healing, should I say. I don't know why in the world when I say healing, y'all look at it like, oh my God, she's so spiritual. Like, no, it's like I'm healing a wound because I feel like it's not enough time that has went by. And I feel like you not understanding exactly what you really have done in order to reach out to me, in order for us to have a real conversation about certain things. So it's like the communication is always blocked. And instead of me continuously being frustrated with blocked communication, I just rather not communicate. So that's just that on that. Um, when it comes to my kids, daddy, I don't know why in the world y'all feel like y'all can't talk to me. Honey, it's about my kids. I'll talk to you. I guess if it's about anything else, I guess like I don't really have an issue with y'all. I can't stand you, but I don't have an issue with anybody. And I'm tired of y'all making it seem like I'm the person that got an issue with folks like I don't. I have an issue about what's going on surrounding my children, and whoever is in charge with that is who I have an issue with. Yes, true enough, but not with y'all personally. If that makes sense, just to clear the air on that. Um, and I'm not finna sit here and just keep on shit. And like Wayne said, weighing sins and forgiveness, because it don't it's not balancing out around here. I'd rather just go ahead and just forgive everybody for their sins and just drop all of that and let it be. And you know what? I can actually do that without all y'all. But hey, to the feds, I went ahead and reached out to that family member, told them go ahead and bring me that little chunk of change, because it is a nice little chunk of change and I need that. And y'all know what type of predicament I'm in. I'm broke as hell. I'm tired of working every doggone day and it's not really getting me nowhere. I'm over it. My kids need some stuff. I'm talking about some extra stuff. And I'm talking about birthdays coming up and lots of big things need to happen. So yeah, I need to be on it. So honestly, what I'm saying between that is it's kind of a family feud that went public on for real. Um Now I ain't gonna say the name of the family member, no, but I do feel like everybody deserves forgiveness. Yeah, you know, people's lives gonna be hard enough just dealing with what they have done. I'm not finna sit here and get clout and fame off of bringing other people down for their mistakes. Mm-mm. That's not gonna make me feel better. I don't do that. So I chose forgiveness in this era. Now y'all can come for me if you want to, but I don't think that's a crime. Somebody do something to somebody else and I reached out to y'all and then I changed my mind. I'm just like, well, you know what? I forgave them. They decided to want to try to make it right, and this between family and blood. So, I'm just gonna let this bygones be bygones. Of course, y'all still gonna have to watch me, cause you can never be too sure. And I'm pretty sure y'all got some other stuff on them too. So I'm just talking about on my end, you know, just for me, my side, my purposes. But yeah, because that's the type of person I am. Like, when I walk around and I'm mad at y'all and what y'all have done, that made me listen to a lot of rap music all the time. And I really don't like that. Like, I like listening to R&B, love music and stuff, even though I'm not in a relationship. But that's the mood that I like to be in, like, all the time. I don't have time to be upset and angry. I ain't got time for folks to keep on thinking that I'm clutching for something every time I'm walking down the doggone street, just because y'all watching me, but y'all think that I'm in the same energy, and I'm just like, I'm not, like, for real. Hey, how you doing? And people that see me at work, because once again, I work in a public place, and there's a lot of folks that came through and seen me, and they just like, we don't catch the same vibes from her, and I'm just like, yeah, you not, because baby, you hear what I'm listening to, because y'all want to jam with me because I'm really a kickback laid ass person or whatever that don't have time for the drama. And them police officers seen it in the Facebook videos. I'm a very motherly type of woman that's always at home, that don't have time for the bullshit, no drama, because I know how my attitude is, and I know in certain environments, baby, I'm always on guard. Always on go. I don't trust nobody due to the things that I have seen and then stuff that I have lived through. So yeah, I just play it safe for real. Not meaning I don't like to dabble over there, in them unsafe environments and zones just to have a little fun and, just to mingle with people for real. Um, what else was I finna say? I was finna talk about something else. I forgot. Mm, I don't know. But yeah, I was sitting here listening when I woke up and my dog gonna sleep and I got on YouTube, just to scroll and see what I can find to look at and listen to. And I listened to a freestyle of oh yeah, I was on Mr. New York rapper Smart, um, wise guy. I don't want to call him smart guy because that's kind of corny. I call him the wise guy in my mind frame. So I was sitting up there listening to a freestyle about, a situation with his mom, life, things like that. And y'all, I guess that's what prompted me to make this video because I'm seeing a lot of us grown ass people that still dealing and holding on to childhood trauma that everybody need help with and it's affecting your adulthood. That's the reason why a lot of people ain't getting nowhere because you have to make it past that first. And how can you do it by yourself if you don't have no clarification? Nobody even cares enough to even, you know, sit down and listen to how certain things affected you and all the rest of that. And no, I'm nobody's counselor. Yes, I did read a lot of psychology books. That was only to help myself and to help me navigate this thing called parenting because my parents didn't want to hear shit that I had to say. Nope. And that's the reason why I started getting aggressive. That's the reason why I'm very loud because I was always blocked out. And it's just like, now you gonna hear what I got to say because I have something to say. So I need you to sit down and shut the fuck up and let me say what I got to say. And that's the reason why I come off the way I do because I'm not finna not be heard. Whether you like what I say or not, I'm gonna be heard. You gonna hear my view on it. You ain't gotta agree. We can disagree, whatever. But at the end of the day, that makes somebody feel like they don't have a purpose. And that's where a lot of people are wrong at. When you shut somebody else down, when you try to say that they don't know what they're talking about, no, that's not right. No, you don't know what their purpose is of even bringing it up. You never know who needs to actually hear what they're saying. And you trying to shut them down like they don't know what they're talking about. Maybe because you're not the person that they need to be talking to, in my opinion. But that's only in my opinion. But y'all, as I was listening to it, listening to him made me realize why I cared for the men that I cared for. And I had to get back to that point too, because it was like, man, if I'm gonna end up co-parenting with these men, regardless of whatever future situations happen, I'm gonna have to find a way to look at them and differently than how I've been looking at them. For the best interest for the kids. All that old extra. Um, and when he touched, yeah, I think it was a white woman that was walking down the street, and it was like he was just trying to nudge her and to get her to turn around. And it was like the look that she had on her face was like, "Don't touch me." And that goes back to what I was just saying. Like he wanted to be heard. What he was saying out his mouth was something that someone should have stopped to listen to. But instead, even with him reaching out to her, his words were already powerful enough. But even with him reaching out to her, she still was like she turned him away. And that goes to the reason why I made this video because he wanted to be heard. And I felt like I was contradicting myself with the reason why I was making these videos and my family member reaching out to me. They wanted to be heard. And just because they were saying not what I wanted to hear, I turned them away. Maybe because Mr. Smart Guy, aka in my book, Mr. Wise Guy, um, Maybe because it wasn't what he was saying. It's not something that the woman did not want to hear. Then again, it could have been who it was coming from. We have a lot of that going on in this world around us. I'm dealing with the same thing. It's okay. But still, when I heard what he said, he made me change my view on y'all because I felt like he was frustrated and just wanted to be heard. Now, I don't know how that resonate with y'all because I think I done heard every last one of y'all out in every scenario, even when I didn't agree, when I done sat there and triple times thought about it and tried to figure out how you came up with the scenario you came up with. I felt like I did a doggone good job at that. But at the end of the day, I felt like I was the person that wanted to be heard, and y'all was just like that woman. Now, that's probably one or two of y'all, but one of them, he obviously just didn't want to hear me. He knew exactly what was going on. That was his purpose. I'm gonna keep on saying that because you already know what you was doing. Okay. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to look at you no differently, but if y'all really wanted to know if I cared or if I ever loved y'all, because that's apparently the reason why somebody is mad at this present moment. If you get with a woman that said that she loves you just because she loves you, leave her. You think I'm bullshit? I refuse to sit here and lie to you. Because why? Who are you? Do you know who you are? How are you being you gonna help her achieve her goals in life? What do you bring to the table? How, like, who are you? And that's just my take on it. But if you find a woman that says she cares, then stick around. I ain't saying plant your feet just yet. I'm not saying it because it gets a little deeper. Um, and I'm speaking from a woman's point of view because that's the only real point of view that I can give you. I'm not a man. I can give you all the tricks and trades my father and my brothers them gave me, but I'm not a man, so I cannot tell you on a real man's level and aspect. But I can tell you from my view as a woman. Um, if you find a woman that says she care, like I said, stick around. You know, pay attention. See what the fuck she care about first of all. Yeah, you have to always evaluate everything, analyze everything. Because if somebody love you, see why they love you. See what they love about you. You know, somebody say they care about you. Why do they care? What? How is it bettering them? Because once again, nothing in life is free, and nobody gonna do something for you just because. But as I was hearing Mr. Smart, aka Mr. Wise Guy, y'all, when I say it's something that went through my whole body like a magnetic shock, all the way down to my damn feet, in a spot in my damn chest, the spot that I ignore a lot, start aching. Y'all know about a heartache? My heart ached for the pain that I could hear out of this man's voice. Something that he shouldn't have had to reach out to get someone's attention. But the pain in his voice should have been enough. Y'all, when I say, y'all know how I feel about that confirmation. When I say that was something that my first instinct was, I wish I could just give him a hug. Like one of them, I see you hugs. I understand you hugs. One of those, pick your head up, you ain't lost hugs. Y'all three gentlemen, that's the care that I had for y'all. No, it didn't It didn't come from trying to appeal to your fantasies as a woman or your sexual behavior or your clout chasing street behavior or none of that. It's the care for you as a human being. The things that destroyed you, the things that made you who you are. That's the type of woman I am. So I apologize if I was not ever what you expected, but that's who I am because I feel like that's what a real man needs. Now, I'm not saying that you're not a real man, but I'm just saying that apparently the man that I'm looking for to be with is not what I received from you. Yeah, y'all had the same issues. True enough, did. And I felt for you. Felt for you. Literally. Um, you know, Mary said it better. It's like when you needed me, I dropped everything and I come running. It didn't come with an agreement. It didn't come with a certainty that you got men would do anything for me. No. Now, Mr. White, your storyline is a little bit different. Yeah. Um, but when you needed me, I came through every time to motivate you, to inspire you. Me and your daddy sat down and we had a conversation one day that you went to school, and he told me that he was so happy that I cussed John out for you, just so you would know that somebody else supported you going to school because all he wanted was you to get your GED. Y'all, for anybody that doesn't know, my ex-husband received his GED in the mail the same day I believe that his father passed away. And I do believe his father was holding on in order for him to get that because he said the son was smart. So, what I need you to understand, sir, is yeah, maybe I have not cared for you or loved you in the way I loved the other two men. You're correct. I didn't. I cared more about inspiring you to do right by your parents again, to encourage you to do right by yourself because maybe you had lost hope, even if I didn't do it. And that's what you clown me for right now to this moment, that at least you graduated or had a GED, and I didn't. But I'm a hell of a lot more educated than you. And my knowledge and wisdom outweighs the GED that you have. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. So you can't really clown me, you know. Nah, whatever. Anywho, um, but that's what I wanted for you. And it's not so much of what I wanted for you. It's just I knew that's what your father would have wanted for you. And I don't want no one to live a life with regrets as long as I'm around. And I'm gonna push you to do what maybe you don't want to do. I ain't never had nobody in my life like that. I'm the pusher. I push myself to all limits. That's just how it is. But still, um, yeah. And now I don't regret it, not one bit. Cause to know that a little old girl that don't know this family at all could actually push you, Mr. White, to do something that your own parents couldn't do and help you achieve that in order for your parents to be proud of you. And I didn't even say nothing about it, but your father acknowledged me. That's it. That's all I needed. I didn't even need that. Mr. Hester, when I got back in contact with you after years and you told me that someone had laced your marijuana, and you was just at home, and I seen that you wasn't the money chasing, go getting, always on your toes person that I had seen, as long as I had been knowing you, that raised hella concern. And once again, I came running without a thought in my mind because what y'all men don't understand is I find peace in bringing someone else some type of peace or whatever it is that you needed for that moment. Now, what we do need to understand in this situation, that doesn't mean that that's supposed to last for a lifetime. That doesn't mean it's supposed to end on bad terms either. I accept the good, the bad, and the ugly. Mr. Freeman, I accept the good, bad, and the ugly. I came running to you because I seen that you was a big dude in this doggone picture, and you told me that you was eating some noodles, and I said that's not a meal for a man to be eating. Like, no, bro. Like, I don't even like to feed my kids noodles for real. They eat them on their own accords, but no. And no, you didn't have to be my man in order for me to feed you, right? I done fed plenty of homies, for real. And you was the second man that had been in my home since Mr. Hester. Now, y'all, the other man that had been in my home, yeah, he got so pissed off at me because he was like, "What type of grown ass woman actually bring me all the way to our house so we can smoke, chill, and stuff on the weekend? And ain't nobody here, no kids, and we over here burning clothes. Like I'm grown as hell, y'all, burning clothes. Like my daughter was born in what 2019." Matter of fact, I don't even know if she had been born or not. I'm pretty sure she hadn't even been born. So this is like probably when I first got this house and Mr. Hester, we wasn't even in a relationship because you decided not to move in then. So that was like one of them situations. So he like, I know, like hell she did, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, I did. I'm sorry. So you gotta understand, you don't have to be a lover of mine in order for me to care and love. Shit, the best thing I can give you is a hug. Now, Mr. Smart, Mr. Wise Guy, listening to that, I understand you like one of them hard, real hard demeanor person people, and look like you work out. I'm not too sure, but this is what it look like. If you do, holla at your girl because I've been looking for a personal trainer. Like somebody that just, I don't really need no motivation. Just put me in the gym and I get my music, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I wouldn't know what to lift or nothing. I know how to run and stuff, but that's then got me the body I have now, and that's kind of it's all right, for having 8 kids, baby. I get a lot of praise on what I look like for having 8 kids, but still, I'm just like I could look a little better if I knew what I was doing. Anyway, sidebar note, but yeah, Mr. Wise Guy, when I was listening to that, even though that's not your name, that's what I call you. All I could think was, man, I wish I can give that man a hug. Like for real, like not one of them church hugs and not one of them I want to hug you just so you can touch my whole body, so you can feel me, so you can have some type of sexual thoughts about me. Not one of them hugs, like one of them real ass, like I got you. One of them hugs, like I got you, like one of them hugs where you feel safe. Yeah, because I can tell that it's been hard for you. Now, I'm only one woman, and that's the reason why a lot of men trying to come my way because it's just like, I want that too. I need that too. But every man doesn't deserve that because you have to understand, in order for you to get that from a woman, she has to also feel safe with you. Now, it's a lot of y'all men that have manipulated the situation in order for a woman to feel safe with you, and then you end up showing your true colors, and then everything just be exposed, and vice versa. So, if y'all ain't true to it, then stop even doing the shit that y'all doing. But yeah, just sitting here thinking about it, I actually had to have or end on a high note, even when it comes to my kids, because I don't want my children to ever feel like I made them out of frustration. Because they didn't. They was definitely not made out of frustration. Even the older six, they were not made out of frustration. There was a whole bunch of love in the equation there, even surrounding the kids and stuff like that. One man lied, but baby, behind the scenes, the man was extremely happy all the doggone time. And, you know, It just made me feel some type of way that he was putting on the line to everybody else, and that's what changed my view of relationships and casual dating and casual sex and casually bringing babies into this world, because I don't want my baby to feel like that. I don't want to feel like that about my baby. All of those extra stuff. So those are the curses that we need to be thinking about, that we need to break as a generation. Need to be a little bit more wiser about who you indulge with. And come on now, like, it's protection out here. If you do not want to have a doggone child because whatever you're dealing with is gonna trickle down, like any situation that you have with the parent, it's gonna trickle down to the child in all cases. My daddy ended up having a relations with a female he met at the club, and guess what happened? He ended up getting me. Like, come on now, I'm still dealing with that to this day. I'm still having a hard time to accept her position, what she did, what he did, all the rest of that. So, if you don't want your child to have to think about that or have to deal with that, and for them to try to have to confirmation, for them to try to have to correct it, or for your grandchild to have to go through the same thing, those are things that you have to put in perspective and in place now. So I apologize if my standards are a little too high for the common person. I apologize if my thoughts and my effort and what I'm expecting a real co-parenting, respectful relationship between people that once were actually loving individuals towards one another is supposed to be. I apologize if my thought process is a little too high for certain people to get there, because everybody is going off of, oh, they just want to be back with me, they jealous of my relationship. They no, most people are not. No, I know I'm not. I put my best foot forward in our relationships. I didn't feel like I got what I was supposed to be getting. It is what it is. Cool. Move on. Like, honestly, I'd rather y'all have done it a little sooner rather than later. You ain't have to hold on just for me, baby. You was holding on for yourself, not for me. That would have gave me enough time so I can actually, go on this life journey called love and trying to find it, instead of sitting here just wasting my damn time, playing house with folks. Honestly. But that's neither here or there. I just want to put that out there. Federal family, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna let me know if I'm gonna be able to get in trouble for this or not, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm just telling you, between family members, I like to let bygones be bygones. I don't have time for the drama, and you know, it is what it is. Everybody else in the background, I hope everybody's good. I'm finna go dig myself back in the hole somewhere and mind my business and not be bothered, because I don't even really want to fudge with people. Because, my attitude can really change. Please don't come at me the wrong way, because my attitude can change. Don't come out, well, you was just talking too much. Now everybody know, because I done heard that part too. Now I don't need to hear none of that. Okay? Make sure you 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 coming correct. Because you see my energy, you feel me, you hear where I'm coming from. This is how you need to talk to me when you come and talk to me. All that hostility shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. Besides, after hell, at my damn face. For real. I don't have time for it. Everybody's supposed to be grown. If you grown, act your age. Act how you supposed to. Everybody need to be respectful and be mutual in the situation, okay? Ain't nobody controlling nothing. I don't control nobody. Ain't nobody finna control me. But y'all can control how y'all parent these doggone kids around here. And that's what y'all need to be focusing on. Controlling your life and your surroundings. So these children can have a better, opportunity at having a little bit more stability and control in theirs. Okay? Don't sit here and be blind and dumb all your life. And that's the only rude thing that I'm gonna say, because I feel like that was kind of disrespectful. I was good up until that part, but I'm just saying it really does piss me off. It's a bigger world than just these little current relationships and who having babies with who and all the rest of that. These kids gonna have to grow up to be siblings and stuff. Y'all over here raging war between your own doggone kids and baby mamas, and who the hell gonna be what's gonna happen if something happened to y'all? Men or females out here. That's the reason why I've been trying to keep y'all men to be cordial, even though y'all ain't gonna like each other any doggone way, because all y'all some snakes. But anyway, for real, it has to be a firm, stable foundation when it comes to my kids, because My kids need to know each other. They need to love each other. They need to protect each other. Be there for one another. Shit. My children are their brother's keepers. And they need to do that. And they can't learn to do that with their parents separating and dividing them, okay? And y'all need to learn that. Y'all need to start bringing these kids back to damn together and swallow whatever pride and shit y'all got going on. If y'all know y'all still gonna be fucking with this person behind the scenes, then do that. Don't keep on trying to throw stuff in people's face. Like, you know, I was just talking to my doggone coworker when I was saying back in the old days, my mama, Brenda K. McCauley Jackson Christian. I love saying her whole name, yes. Anyway, it's respect for everybody in the situation because she didn't just have one husband. My granddaddy, which was her daddy, had two families in the same city. Yep, he had the McCaulleys in Alm Park, and apparently he had some McCaulleys on the east side, and it was a set of twins in both, and both of the kids, all his kids had the same last name, and all the rest of that one was just spelled differently. It was six in one house, five in one household. He took care of both households, and both of them women, apparently, I'm quite sure they knew about each other, but it was no issues. That's because the men had control of what was going on, and they was able to handle it. Y'all men, y'all out here being reckless. A lot of y'all women out here being reckless too. Over here sleeping with this man, sleeping with that man, and over here getting pregnant, but then you don't know who the doggone baby daddy is, and you over here lying to this one and that one, and trying to see what you can get out of it. All the while, it could possibly be somebody else's doggone baby. Like, y'all need to stop. Have one sexual partner at a time, okay? It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's gonna be a couple of days where y'all don't do it. That don't mean you gotta go out and find somebody else, okay? Dang, find another way or see why the world y'all not being intimate. Actually talk to one another and be like, look, hey, cause I don't know what the problem is, but I need some assistance over here. You know, you be mad all you want to, but come on over here and we need to get this together because you know we supposed to be loyal to one another. So this needs to take place at this present moment, and we can talk about whatever is going on afterwards. Okay, point blank. Period. You know, everybody grown. When you grown, you actually very verbal about what you want, what you need. Y'all out here playing games, trying to manipulate people, and you ain't gonna do nothing but get you a whole bunch of lies and stuff. It's not gonna get you nowhere in life. That's all I'm saying. That being said, honey, old shells is out. I'm finna get ready to go lay back down and take me a nap. I ain't gotta go to work till 1 o'clock. I think. Yeah, yeah, I'm thinking it's 1 o'clock. Or I think they said 10 o'clock. I'm not quite too sure. Um I see you in the morning because everybody know I get up at like 7 o'clock anyway, just to be up. 7 o'clock, I've been up like all the time. And if I ain't gotta go to work at 8 o'clock, I be up at 7 o'clock all the time. It's like 4, 7, something along those lines. But anywho, I got a good little minute, so I ain't really got nothing else better to do besides go back to sleep or find me a movie. I don't know when y'all gonna hear from me again because that's just what it is. And I say that, and then I'll probably be back the next day because it'll be something that I want to talk about. But at this present moment, I really ain't got nothing else to say. Like, I just want to go ahead and get that off my chest. Now that that's over with, now I can go back to minding my business and listen to this smart guy. Cause dude is really freaking intelligent. But that doggone barbershop debate, it kind of irritated me because I don't like hearing too many voices in my ear at one time. It frustrates the hell out of me. And I'm just like, well, damn, I really would like to hear what everybody was saying if people would actually just calm down and actually just take their turn and shit. But whatever. Y'all be good. Y'all make good choices now. For real. Make good choices. Um, yeah, with that being said, chills out. Bye.